obviously as a video production agency, we have to show up on video. We just have to. And when you talk about me being good on camera, it didn't used to be like this. This is like going back years of just forcing myself to do it, like you've said. And more recently, we feel like, and this isn't true for all businesses, but certainly for where we are, we feel like what we put out needs to now be at a level that we would deliver to our clients. So in order to do that, we have to have an accessible place where we can just jump in and do video. And that's when we renovated the studio space that we've got. We turned a little room that we had into a permanent studio space. So there's no bottlenecks, because one of the bottlenecks for me was always, I've got to set up all that studio, the lights, the mics, the cameras, the tripods. That's all stuff that we use with our clients as well. So it might be on a shoot, you know, it might be, someone might be filming for the day, so I can't film, you know, so we kitted out, we bought additional equipment, tripods, everything. So there is a studio sat there for when I need to do a video, I'm in it. And the videos are just, it's so much easier, because I also have to present, I have to be in the right mindset to perform on camera. And if I'm having to worry about the cameras and the lenses and everything getting set up, it's just another reason to say, I'll do it next week. And so having that permanent, so I would encourage everyone at home to, if they're in the video production world, to have that studio space set up permanently, even if it's just where you edit. Like, have a nice backdrop, have those cameras set up. And even if it's your webcam, a decent 4K webcam with a decent background behind you can still look good. You know, and that's one way around exactly what you've just said. I just want to go back to something you said. We were talking about negative feedback and how that can react and that can bring you into the spiral. I wondered if we could get a bit of advice on how to deal with that, because as editors, I know that a lot of people put their heart and soul into a project, especially in the early days. This is a learned tactic. I take less offense now. I actually expect there to be changes. It's not negative, it's not always negative, but in the early days, any feedback that says, we don't love this, you know, anything that says, could you change this? It's like a dagger to the heart of most video editors or anyone that's done a service and delivered it. So what would you say were the best tips for dealing with negative feedback without going down that spiral?
I would say be curious. I've been there myself, where it is, and it feels like a personal attack, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Right? It's like, what? This is my thing. This is what I'm good at, and I did what you asked for, and I did my best. You know, so there's confusion, there's hurt, there's pain, right?
Yeah.
And so
we're a sensitive bunch.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, we all are, right? We're human, right? So when you're being attacked, what happens? We put our shields up, and we grab a sword, right? And we're ready to go. Yeah. And that tends to be the way most people go. Is well, you're obviously wrong. Well, you don't understand, and, and we start attacking back. Yeah. And that's a natural kind of response to being what you feel like is an attack. Yeah. But if instead you just kind of
take a few moments,
take a breath,
don't reply straight away.
Yeah. Take
Definitely
a breath. Not. Think about it. Yeah. And go, okay, cool. Right. What? And just ask the questions. Yeah. Like, okay, like you feel that way. Can you give me a bit more detail?
Can you elaborate?
Right. Yeah. Like, what was it specifically that was the issue, or whatever it is, and before you even respond to anything, make sure you've asked enough questions. Yeah. And ask and ask and ask and ask and ask, because what you'll find is that they're not angry with you and they're not upset. That and you used a relationship analogy before, and you're like, this has got nothing to do with it. I think it has. I think all these things, that's just a relationship of itself, right?
It's just the way we've evolved, isn't it? Yeah.
And so, like, when you think about any type of relationship and any type of misunderstanding or fallout, it tends to be misunderstanding.
So maybe pick up the phone is a good start.
Oh yeah, I mean,
because email can be
talking face to face or over the phone is definitely the best step over anything. Yeah, right. Because
not on WhatsApp.
Oh mate, no, definitely not on WhatsApp. And just having a conversation. Yeah, right. I think because a few things happen. Like, we can, again, if we let it sit. It will spiral. Yeah. And it'll spiral the way we initially felt it. And usually it's get downward, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So we need to catch that early and realize that whatever you're feeling right now is your stuff.
Yeah.
And it's probably stuff we haven't dealt with yet. And this is where we go down the line of like figuring ourselves out.
Yeah,
more, and
to deal with it better.
Our triggers and, you know, why we respond the way we respond. I mean, personally at the moment, I'm getting, I'm talking to someone, you could call it therapy.
Yeah.
You know, and I find it quite funny because I talk about this quite a lot now, and I always say, like, we have this conversation. I'll say, oh, well, my therapist says, you know, and that's kind of something that happens in films, right?
Yeah. The Sopranos.
Yeah. But it's been a fascinating journey for me so far. I'm only just scratching the surface with it.
Yeah.
And this is someone who thinks a lot.
Yeah.
I think a lot about mindset. I think a lot about other people. I think about them. I think about what they're feeling. I have to within my job.
Part of your job,
right? So for someone who's so aware and thinks a lot, you think that, oh, what do you need therapy for? And it's not that I need therapy. It's that I choose to speak to someone.
Yeah.
Because just like within a business, you're so close to it that you love it so much and you want it to do well that you can't see what the right steps are for that business. Yeah. And because you're like, if you use the analogy,
you're consumed by it.
Yeah. Well, I remember someone saying to me, like, it's like you're inside the jar. Like your business is the jar and you're inside it. Yeah. And you can't read the label on the outside. And it's so clear.
That's a great one.
For you to say, Pom, well, it's this. Yeah. But, you know, being within it, you can't see that, right? No. And it takes someone on the outside who probably doesn't even know you, doesn't know anything about you, to really easily and quickly go, that.